Hello everyone, my name is Leo with SuperTech. So this past week I actually purchased an Xbox One S, this one here, off of eBay for $202. I think it was like $216 with taxes. I believe it was free shipping. The posting from eBay should actually be right on the screen somewhere. It was like $202 and like 50 cents, free shipping. And then I paid, of course, for taxes. Total being about $216. Issue with this console, when I looked it up on the listing itself, it said that it had no power. That it basically, when you plug it in, it will not turn on. Normally, when you get those type of issues, it's going to be various things that can cause that. Most of the time, they're easy to actually determine what the issue may be. It's either going to be the power supply, or there could be a short within the actual board itself. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and get, which I've already taken the console off of this box, and we're going to go ahead and open up this console, get to the actual board itself, and start troubleshooting and find out exactly why the console does not turn on. Alright, let's go ahead and get to it. Alrighty, so we've got the console here on my mat. As you can see, it's actually one of the smallest consoles that Xbox has actually made. This console here has not been opened or tampered with. It still has labels based on what I can see on there. So that being said, let's go ahead and start tearing this console apart so that we can determine exactly what's going on. Actually, before we do that, let me go ahead and plug some power into it, because I haven't done that yet, and see if we get the same symptoms that were described with it not turning on. So I've got the power cable here. Let's go ahead and flip this console up. Normally we would see this light turn on as soon as we press it. So let's do that and see if it does the same thing. Okay, yeah, it is a dead console. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take this console apart and find out exactly what's going on. So first things first, I don't have an extra or spare power supply for this console, so I don't have a test power supply. I can use PSU to be able to test if in fact it's the power supply. But what I'm going to do is actually take out the power supply. And before I do that, I do got to take out these bolts here. Alright, we've got the screws out from the power supply. Let's go ahead and get the power supply out. Power supply is out. And what we're going to do is actually test to see, and I'm wondering if there's a way of me being able to test. Let me see here real quick. Alrighty, so what I'm going to go ahead and do, and I don't even know if I'm able to do this or not, but I'm going to plug in a power cable to this power supply, and I want to see if I'm able to view what voltage is actually, if any at all, is coming out from here. I got 0.0 voltage. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. So we removed the top shell from the power supply. As you can see. And pretty positive you guys can actually see that there. Put the power supply right over here. But the power supply is actually the problem, the issue here. Let me see if I can zoom in just a tad bit more. Right there. I'm not sure what type of component that was right there. But as you can see, there is a huge burn on this power supply, which definitely caused for this console to no longer power on. So of course we do need a completely new power supply. Alrighty, so we've got the power supply right under my scope. As you can see, whatever this is, I don't know exactly what happened here, but whatever that was, it literally melted.
Alright, we're back. So this is a continuation video for this Xbox Series S. This has been, the initial video was actually recorded back in September 4th. It is now October 20th, which is way over a month. It took so long because I was waiting on a power supply. I actually bought two other power supplies from eBay and they turned out to be faulty power supplies, so I ended up sending them back. Finally ordered one from Amazon, but it was actually coming from China, so it took almost a month or so and a half for it to get here. We finally got it in yesterday. So with this console, basically, if you watch the entirety of the video, the issue did end up being that the power supply itself actually was bad, and I did attempt to do a repair, and I probably didn't show this on video because I try not to actually work on power supplies at all because of the dangers that actually come with it. But I did, the issue was here, and I did find the part off of another power supply from a Xbox One X power supply that I had back there that also had the same piece, but this burnt here was beyond repairable because this board here has multiple layers, and it just couldn't be repaired. So so we're gonna use this for parts. You know, if we get any power supplies that need a, you know, let's say for example I get a Series X or a Series S, and the issue tends to be the power supply, we will have the this board here to be able to harvest parts from to try to fix the power supply. So that being said, I'm not going to take too much explaining exactly what's going on, but we did complete a diagnostics on this console. We checked to make sure there was nothing on the actual board that could have caused the power supply to actually die. I didn't find anything, and I did receive the power supply like I stated in the mail yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and put this power supply on this console, and we're going to see if it works. I have yet to actually check to see if this power supply is faulty. Let's just make sure that it's not faulty. So what I'm going to do is actually plug in the power cord. Now, I know that the prong that's going towards the power cable, that's the ground. That's the ground pin, and this is the power pin. So what I'm going to do is actually go into voltage mode. And I don't know if you guys are actually seeing that on screen. I did make an investment onto the Tenma 72-1020 so that I have the capability of actually being able to show on screen as well whenever I'm using the multimeter, so that it helps people out there as well. You know, visual, actually, for me at least, when I see something visually, it helps me better versus having multimeter, which I still have my old ones back there here, and you can barely see the actual you can barely actually see the actual numbers. So I just open up my app here. You click send, and you guys should also be seeing what I'm seeing here. Yep, you guys are. All right, so I've got the power cable plugged into the power supply. We know that the ground is that one. So what I want to do is actually check the voltage, and this is currently in AC/DC mode. So, oh, no, I almost got the wrong one. So this is ground, and this is power, and we are getting about 12 volts, which is what we're supposed to be getting. So that's actually good. So we do have current actually going through this power supply. That's good. Alrighty, so let's just go ahead and get to the nitty-gritty. Let's see if this is actually going to work, though, on the console itself. I know that I got... Oh, and I don't want to break this. I got 2 power supplies, literally, from the same buyer. Got 2 power supplies. I let them know, hey, the one I got was faulty off of eBay. I let them know that the one they sent me was faulty. I failed to check to see that it was working before I got here. So I sent it back, and I gave them benefit of the doubt. So I went ahead and ordered from them again, because that's what they do, is they refurbish these power supplies and they send them out. So I went ahead and bought a second one. The second one was also faulty as well. So I just told myself, you know what, I'm just not gonna buy from this buyer. I'm thinking the seller. I'm thinking the seller's probably selling faulty power supplies, making them seem like they are functional, or maybe they're breaking during shipping or something. I don't know. But this one came from China and it came fine. But yeah, this one actually came really packaged. It came in a box, fully wrapped with wrapping paper, bubble paper and whatnot. If you would have dropped it, it wouldn't have damaged anything. Alrighty, so power supplies in. Got the power cord. You know what? We're gonna be optimistic. We're gonna also plug in our HDMI cable as well. Let's see if we will get a display. First things first, what we want to make sure the power that it turns on and the fan spins. So let's go ahead and press the power button real quick. Oh, I got a beep. And the light is on. Let's see the fan spinning. All right, let me go ahead and switch scenes real quick. Need to make sure that we're able to see. Oh, and there it is. We got Xbox One, the Xbox, the splash screen. That's awesome. Let's see where it actually goes to. It's been sitting here for quite a while, so it may even ask for an update. It's been sitting here since September, when we figured out that the power supply was an issue, and I honestly couldn't find a U.S. seller power supply. I finally found one on eBay, and they were faulty. So okay, it's still loading. That's taking quite a while to load, though. Hopefully we don't have any other underlying issues with this console here. You know what? One of the things I'm going to do as well is I'm going to plug in my Ethernet cable. I don't know, maybe it's looking for a network connection, possibly, since these are digital consoles. Oh yeah, it's checking for updates. Okay, so that's what's taking long. All right, so we've got so we thought this Xbox console might need an update. It doesn't. Sorry to bother you. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can sync. My apologies for the cough, y'all. I have asthma, so I tend to cough every now and then on videos as well. So I'm gonna turn on my control. Actually, not this one, not this controller, because this is not the controller that goes to it. This is my controller I used to test. This console actually came with a controller. Alrighty, so we got the controller that actually came with the console. It does not have batteries, so I'm going to use the batteries from my testing device. We're going to put them into this controller here. And we are going to see if this controller, along with everything else on the console, is literally practically brand new. I don't know if you can actually tell because of the light, but this controller has literally no wear and tear whatsoever. Does not look like it's been used at all, so it's new. Let's turn it on. I think it's gonna need syncing maybe. Nope, it does not need syncing. Awesome. Let's update your controller. Oh, so now the controller needs to be updated. Okay, let me grab a wire here. So of course you guys are not gonna see everything. I don't have the wire. It's not the same wire. It is not the same wire. It is a different wire. Let's see, will it update wirelessly? Keep the controller motionless and turned on. Okay, so it doesn't need a wire for it to update. I remember older back in the day, for like the Xbox One Fat controllers, you actually needed to plug in the micro USB to USB cable from the controller to the console in order to update it. I guess you don't have to do that with these controllers here, so it's updating via Bluetooth. Awesome. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and time-lapse this. We're going to skip actually through this, and we'll get back once this is done. Update just got through finishing on this console. We're going to go ahead and hit next. Let's see what else it comes up with. Okay, it wants me to sign in. Let me go ahead and sign in real quick. I am going to blur this information out, of course, because I do not want my information to be out there, out in the internet. So my information, as you can see, is actually blurred out on the screen. It'll take me home. Alrighty. So it looks like we are at the main dashboard of this console. So this console is actually, nothing was honestly wrong with it besides the power supply itself needed to be replaced. Alrighty, so we've got this console here. It's fully fixed now. I am going to do some offline testing. I'm going to download the game to make sure that it fully functions, that it fully works, and it'll play and it won't shut down. I am going to have to take it apart again, actually, to be able to put some new thermal paste on it, because I did not replace the thermal paste, but I will end up doing that. Other than that, this console is actually fixed. There's nothing else wrong with it that I can see or currently experiencing at all. And as I said, I am going to test this console either way. I normally tend to test it before I actually put it online to sell it to someone. I know that it's been over a month, so the value on this console from a month till now has actually gone down a little bit. They used to sell for about $400. I think right now they're probably selling for about $240, $250, maybe $290. I don't know. I'll have to do some research. But this console is practically new, outside of me replacing the power supply. The box is actually back there. It came with the box. It's got all the original items that it normally comes with as well. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take this apart, put thermal paste on it, put it together, and we'll come back and show you the final product. Yeah, let me go ahead and just do that and get back to you real quick. Alrighty, so we've got the console put back fully together. We even put the and I know it's too white and you really can't tell. We even put the labels back on here. The labels, not the labels, but the warranty stickers that, or the stickers in the back. I wouldn't call them warranty because you really can't tell that they've been taken off, honestly. Besides my fingerprints being on them, which I'm cleaning them with some IPA and that's fine. But other than that, this console literally is in very pristine condition. It's immaculate condition, honestly. Besides a few details here of dirtness because it's been on my mat and it got it onto this white console. I'm going to clean that off before I even sell it though, but you can't tell that this console has been repaired in any way, shape, or form. Of course, you guys will know, but no one else, but no. And it wasn't necessarily much of a repair, honestly, of more of replacing the power supply and putting a new one in there. So Yeah, other than that, if you stayed in tune and actually watched my video to this point, we already know that it works, so I'm not going to even plug it in again. I actually might as well. Let's go ahead and plug it in again, just to make sure that we didn't do anything to this console. You know, power buttons right here. It's turning on. And we'll go and just check to make sure that we see the Xbox splash screen here in a bit. Let's see. Waiting on it. There we go. Yeah, this console, honestly, it's fixed. There's nothing wrong with this console. So I was gonna do my outro, which is thank you very much for actually staying tuned and watching my videos. I am doing the giveaway. The giveaway is actually this power supply here. You'll get a power cable along with this power supply right over here. I'm trying to see which angle would be best for you guys. Of course, this power supply I did pay, I think it was $100 plus tax. I did buy it from iPad Rehab. If you go to your websites, you can see how much she sells them for. That was my first power supply. I didn't buy one that actually goes on the screen and I could display whenever I actually use a power supply. So I'm gonna do a giveaway on that one to one of you guys. The only thing that needs to be done in order for you to be entered into this giveaway is actually subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification, yeah, just let me know if you're interested in this and the power supply. Put me or something in the comment section below. I'd appreciate it if you did that. So what I'll do is once I reach 1,500 subscribers, and that's 1,500 subscribers, I will put everyone that has subscribed up until that point. And I'm going to use an online URL. It's an online website where it goes in there and just picks a random subscriber. And then I'll reach out to that subscriber, let them know, hey, you've won the giveaway. And if they reply within the first 2 days of me sending them a message, then, and I'll of course ask for their address, I'll ship them this power supply. I do still have the original box that will go along with it as well, along with the books and everything that it came with. So yeah, other than that, if you're interested in joining into the giveaway, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, bell notification, and don't forget, just go ahead and hit the like button if you like the content. I know this wasn't much of a repair video since all we did was replace the actual power supply, but it is a video nonetheless, and I'm going to go ahead and upload it to my YouTube channel, and hope you guys can learn something from it. If not, I guess I'm sorry. But yeah, I guess I'll see you on my next video. Thanks, guys. Peace.